I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we're meeting today and pay my respects to elders past and present, and also in the spirit of reconciliation acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders in the room with us here today. I'm really pleased to be here today to launch the ReMSTEP project. And I was just talking to Liz Johnston outside, and she was saying this is probably the first time that the 8 faculties have had a chance to get together, and it's also the first of the Enhancing the Training of Maths and Science Teachers projects to launch. So I was also talking to Craig outside. It's something that we will announce on Friday, where we have a meeting of all 5 projects. But you were the first cab off the rank, and hopefully that will stimulate them all to follow suit. As you know well, the preparation of teachers is an important priority for the Australian government. Already there are a number of initiatives underway, including the recently established Teacher Education Ministerial Advisory Group, to investigate how teacher education programs can be improved. The Office for Learning and Teaching and your project are contributing to this broader agenda through efforts to grow highly skilled maths and science teachers for classrooms across the country. This project is one of 5 university-led multi-institutional projects funded as part of the government's Enhancing the Training of Maths and Science Teachers program, which we've sort of shortened to ETMST program, but that takes almost as long to say as the Enhancing the Training, so I'm just going to call it the program from now on. This particular project is led by the University of Melbourne, with Deakin, La Trobe and Monash involved. You've got some of Australia's top universities here in the project team. In addition, Victoria's biggest employer of school teachers, the Victorian Department of Education and Early Childhood Development, is also on board. And this blend of industry and educators, I think, will be one of the key success factors in this project. And it was something that we were very keen to ensure happened with these projects, was that we did get employers involved, and this is one of the projects that does, and I think it's a congratulations to you. I think it's a really important addition. As you all know, there is currently a shortage of maths and science teachers in our schools, and many maths and science classes, particularly in primary schools, are being taught by teachers with no specific training in these disciplines. The Chief Scientist, Professor Ian Chubb, has consistently spoken about this issue of how science is taught at our schools, and he was a key person in the team designing this program, and also was involved in the selection of the successful projects. He spoke about how students, or he constantly speaks about how students aren't engaged with science at the school level, and remarks that this follows into university studies. He also talks about the need to teach science as science is practiced, not just from out of a textbook, but to come up with ways to teach it inspirationally and innovatively. This is exactly what we want to see from these projects. Professor Chubb stresses the need for subjects like science to be taught by scientists and for pedagogy to be taught by educators. This idea is being put into practice by the ETMST program, bringing together the science and education faculties of universities to collaborate in new pre-service teacher course design and delivery. Your project and the other projects are expected to develop and test new approaches, as well as conduct research into new ideas. However, as we all know, research outcomes are not the end point. Even at this early stage, it's important to emphasise the importance of applying your research findings to ultimately enable national change. Firstly, by increasing the quality of maths and science teachers, and then by raising the number. This group of projects is also the first time that the OLT has appointed a formative evaluator, and I'm really pleased to see Craig here and Georgina, who's also working on his team. This is a joint project between Phillips KPA and the University of the Sunshine Coast, and we're very pleased to have them involved in this project. We also see it as part of the OLT's responsibility to support you in the work that you're doing. We've asked the evaluators to work with the project teams individually and collectively to help disseminate and embed the important work that you are doing. We also see the evaluators playing an important role in bringing project teams together to network, cross-pollinate, and ultimately enhance the outcomes of the program. Over the life of the project, we're keen that you use the evaluator and the OLT to test ideas, troubleshoot, and keep on track. Looking around the room and thinking about you all when I looked at the agenda today, you're all clearly committed to the cause of quality teaching, and I look forward to working with you in the sector over the coming years as we build on what we already know and tackle teacher quality education head on. Thank you.